Okay, hi, it's Laura from Technicamps again. So, we're going to do a short tutorial here on how to make a quiz. This is going to be in two sections. So this first tutorial is about how to make the quiz, and the second tutorial will be how to modify the quiz to be able to do it again. So retake the quiz. So I'm going to show you an example of one that I've already made. It's a very short 2-question quiz just to show you all the workings and what we're going to program. So I'm going to press green flag. Hello and welcome to my castle quiz. So here's some instructions. You'll be asked some multiple choice questions. Type A, B or C for your answer. Press spacebar to start. And press spacebar. So my points have reset to 0. And I've got my first question. I've got to type A, B or C for my answer, so I'm going to try type A, which I know is correct. It'll take an uppercase or a lowercase a, so that's fine. Second question, I'm going to get this one wrong, so the first one gave me a point and said correct, so I'm going to put C for this one. It says wrong, so I know that I can get right or wrong answers, and it tells me how many questions I got right out of them. So this is the extension part. Would I like to try it again? If I say yes, it will go back to the quiz again. If I say no, it will take me out of the quiz, press enter, and leave it at that. So that's the basic workings of the quiz and how it all goes together. Obviously the quiz that you want to write, so your children want to write, can have as many questions as you want and can have a different theme, different backgrounds, etc. So I'm going to go back to the quiz. We can see a little bit of the code there. I'm going to go to File and New. And start a fresh page for programming. And call this quiz tutorial. So if you want to save your files, give them a simple name. Tutorial part 1. If I can spell. Okay, so quiz tutorial part 1. So what we're going to do is I'm not going to do any decoration. That is easily added later. I'm going to start by getting my character, my cat sprite, to give the instructions to the user. So when the user uses the quiz, they need to know what the quiz is about, how to use it, how to answer the questions. So we do that by saying instructions, and I'm going to get 3 say blocks. You'll see that they're slightly different. So these 2 are timed, so they're going to say something for a certain amount of time, skip to the next one, say something, skip to the next one, and then that one will wait until another action is completed. So very quickly going to type in my introduction. So hello, welcome to my quiz. I'm actually going to call it a multiple choice quiz. As that helps people know how to answer the questions. And then I'm going to explain, please answer the questions by typing A, B or C. Okay, so that's important there so that the user knows how to answer a question. So they only need to type in the letter, they don't need to type in anything else. And this next instruction is going to say press space, oh dear, to start. So I know that my next programming block is going to be a press space block. So I'm going to go to events, press space, so I know that my quiz will start when I press spacebar. So the next stage of the quiz, once we've done the introduction, I'm going to do a quick test, check that it's all right. Welcome to my quiz. Right, okay, so that writing is going quite fast, so I can see that my seconds need to be increased. The time that they're writing needs to be on the page is increased. So I'm just going to add a couple of seconds to each one and test it again. Make sure that I can read through the writing. If I can't, then I can make the time longer. So if it's for younger people, younger children, they may need longer to read the sentences. So hello, welcome to my multiple choice quiz. Please answer the questions by typing A, B or C. So that's fine for me, so I'm going to leave it there. You don't want it too slow because it can drag and slow the quiz down as well. Okay, so press spacebar to start. Press spacebar, nothing's going to happen because we need to add our instructions. So for this section, we're asking a question. So instead of using the say blocks, we're going to interact with an ask. And that will give me the opportunity to ask a question. And I will need the blue answer block underneath as well, which is a variable. Now this answer block will save the answer that anybody writes to this question into that blue block. So I need to use that to check the answer. So my first question is going to be a multiple choice question. So what is the first colour in a rainbow? Now I'm going to go with Richard of York, Game Battle in Vain. So I'm going to say A, red, B, yellow, C, violet. So I know that the answer is A. So for the next step, I need to check that the answer that the user types into this question is the same as the correct answer. So the answer that they type in will be checked here in this box, and I need to check that. If the answer isn't correct, then I know that B and C are both incorrect and are wrong. So we need to use a condition statement here that is called if else. So if the answer is correct, then say correct, else say wrong. That's the first step. So I'm going to use a say block again from our looks. So I want to either say correct, select one in there, or I want to say wrong. So I know I'm going to say correct here. You can type whatever you want. You can say try again. You can say well done. And I'm going to say wrong there. So once I've done that, I need to check this answer here. Now I'm going to do that by using the operators. Does this answer equal the correct answer? So I use my equal block here, my equivalence block. So if the answer that they typed in equals, I need to change this to A, say correct, else say wrong. So that's the structure of the question. Now I can ask all my questions with the same structure. So I just add another ask block underneath here. So I add an ask and then add an if else and continue. But there's one more thing I want to do, because I want to add a scoring or a point system. So once I've done that, then I'll show you how you can duplicate those blocks and continue to make more questions. So we'll do a quick test, check that it's all working. So see in the introduction, I need to press spacebar to start, and it comes up with my first question. I'll type A in, and it says it's correct. Now, if we're going to test it properly, I'm going to press start again, and I'm going to test the other option. So the answer was A. I'm going to try B or C. Press spacebar, type B, should say wrong. Excellent. And then if I tested it with C, it should say wrong as well. So I'm happy that that's working at the moment. Now, to make points, we need to make a points box to save our points in. Anything that we want to save in a program, if we ask a question, we want to put that answer in a box, we need to make a variable. So I'm going to make a variable called points. We can use score or points. As long as we label it clearly, we know what that box holds, and we'll see that we get a points block there. Now there's two things I need to do with the points. When I very first start the game, at the very beginning of the game, at the beginning with the instructions, I want to set my points to 0. So I always start the game with 0 points, otherwise I'm cheating. The next thing I want to do is change my points every time I get a question right. So I'm going to change points by 1 every time I get a question right. So I slip that in where it says correct. So what we'll see now is that my full question structure is there. So when space key is pressed, it starts the quiz and it asks the question and checks the answer. Now what I can do now is right click on the ask, duplicate the whole block, place it underneath and just repeat that pattern. Now all I need to do is change my question, which will be what colour, it's a colours quiz by the look of it, is Cardiff City FC home strip. Oops. I'm not a football fan, but I know that it's blue, so I'm going to say A. We'll go green, B, red, C, blue. So I've changed my question. I also need to change my correct answer. So I'm going to change the correct answer to C because that's the one it should be. And then everything else can stay the same. I'm going to do a quick test and run through to see if it works. So I'm just going through the introduction. Press spacebar. A, B or C, I know the answer is A. Correct. Does it give me a point? Yes, it does. What colour is Cardiff City FC home strip? I'm going to say C, which is blue, so I know it is. And I get 2 points. If I was going to check it diligently, I would check that the wrong answers give me a wrong message as well. And go through every possible set of questions and answers. What I'm going to do now is get the cat to tell me how many points I've scored in the whole game. So we need to use a say again because the cat is going to tell me my score. And yes, I'm going to do it on a timed one just because the next tutorial is going to do something different. So I'm going to say, now what I want to say is, well done, you have scored, I don't know, 3 points out of 3. At the moment it's going to be 2 points out of 2 if I get all the questions right. So I need to add a few things together here because my points that I've scored are saved in my little points box here. So I'm going to use an operator, join, right at the bottom, because I need to say, well done, you scored, then I need to do a space, and then I need to get my points variable. So I'm going to go to my variables and I'm going to use the block here and save that. And what I find is, well done, you scored points. So whatever my points are, I'm going to say I scored 2 points, but I want to say I scored points out of the total. So we actually need to get another join it together. And this means I can say, well done, you scored points, and then I'm going to do a space, so there's a space after the number, out of 2, because I've got 2 questions. So if it was 5 questions, I would say, well done, you scored points out of 5, etc. Now this, because it's an oval shape, as you can see, it fits in the hello section there. And again, I'm going to look at the time, I'm going to give myself 4 seconds for that, and then that's where I'm going to end this game here in this tutorial. So we're going to run through it, I'm going to put it on the large screen, and I'm going to press play. So hello, welcome to my multiple choice quiz. Please answer the questions by typing A, B or C. Press space to start. What is the first colour in a rainbow? So I'm going to say A. Correct. What colour is Cardiff City FC home strip? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say A for this one as well. And that one was wrong, so I only got 1 point. But it says, well done, you scored 1 out of 2. So that is my finished quiz for now. I'm going to come back with a second tutorial to show you how to make that a little bit better and to be able to repeat the quiz as well.